Assalamualaikum my dear students. I hope so you're all doing great. So today once again I am with a new lecture with a very new topic of English. So it's going to be interesting inshallah. So let's start our day without wasting any of our time. So today we are going to do lead application. Like I hope so all of you are known with this word lead application because it's very basic thing that you start learning from the start like from grade 3 to 4 you start learning about life application, and it's very basic thing also. Just basic points are there, you just have to just have to know the basic points. Okay, so let's do some principles, some important points of life application. So written to the principal, headmistress, being in charge, etc., like unlike formal letter. So what happens here that you write it to the principal, to the headmistress, to the wing in charge. Why? Because basically if you're discussing about the school, so you of course have to go through these people, etc. Means you can write to your sir, you can write to your staff room, you can write to your IRG, like these type of people can also be in this case. You can also write to them. So they are giving you the speeches that you have to write to the principal, headmistress, being in charge, and etc. etc. Basically means any person that is in the school that teaches you, that is present in the school as playing a role of teacher or that type of thing. Now, so then we have to use it in this case. Okay. So this basic unlike formal letter basically means that it is unlikely it's written to someone. Okay, we are just saying indirectly to someone. So we are not saying directly to someone. Indirectly, when we say something to someone, that is being said here. Okay, because you're not telling the name of the principal, you're just pointing into a principal. Okay, so this is the basic thing that I'm trying to tell you. Okay, then it is to apply for a leave, job, admission, scholarship, to complain about something. So of course if you're learning about schools, of course you're going to give to the that species that are related to school, but here they are also giving you a jobs also. Okay, as a teacher if you want to give a job. So if you're learning about a school, so then let's see. Firstly, due to some reason that you cannot attend the school, that comes in leave case. Okay, in that case you take a leave when you're not feeling well or you have to go somewhere. In that case you have to take a leave. Then job, if you're playing as a teacher, as a sir, as the wing in charge or coordinator, whatever way you want to go to the school like this, it can be also come to job. But if I talk about admission, it can be if you want to go, like it can be a case if you like the school, you want to go to the school, you want to learn something from that school. So in that case you can also just take an admission in that school. So this can be also a case. Okay, so there are some special cases where you go through these type of things. Okay, then if you want scholarship, like in, you can say in 10th May you get the scholarship, or in 9th you get scholarship. So or in university, in the college, in the school, if you want to get scholarship, I can say if you like some place and you want to study there, like that's a good place, and there you can do a good study and they are giving you a scholarship. So this is meant by scholarship. So you can write an application for scholarship that I am very brilliant student and I want to study in your school, and like this type of things. Okay, to complain about something. So in a school, when you have some complaints for the bulliness, for the fans, and for TV, as you're not having a great time with that, so you can also relate to that. Okay, that is also a case in which you can relate to something, so you can complain about something. So this is also an easy way to complain about something. Oh good. Okay, so if you want to complain about something, you can use this way by writing a letter application to your headmistress or that. So one most important thing I want to tell to you is you have to use formal language. What is a formal language? A formal language is a normal language that we use to speak in our daily lives. That means no contractions, slangs, or frank style. You just have to you just have to pronounce couldn't. You can't say couldn't. You just have to say could not. I have. You cannot say. You have to write I have. I'd. you had to write I had. Then they were. You don't have to write this. You have to write they are. Like you have to write it in a fullness, so you have to complete it, so you have to write in a full form. So that is important to write it in a full form. So you cannot leave it like this. You just have to write it in a full form using the formal language. So what style should it have? It must have a formal language. It should have no contractions. Contractions are basically words that use apostrophe, and they are two words are joined together, two words are made together. And slangs mean the same as frank style means, in a style that you are going in a very strict way, to the point and precise. The most important, the most learned full thing that everyone should know is this thing: to the point and precise. What does this basically means? It is also very small. So precise basically means you have to be very efficient. The thing that you are going to say, you have to say in less lines but should have full information. So the words that you use are less, but the information that you're giving is more. Okay? And point means no relevant. Like you're talking about something and then you stick to another lecture. You don't have to do like this. You have to be to the point and precise. It should be very short and to the point. Okay, you have to write it very shortly. It must have all the information in less words. Information contains less word. You have to use a word that tells your three problems. So this is what that shows that you are having some manners to write like publication. And put to the point basically means no irrelevant talks. Don't write irrelevantly, just to the point. Whatever thing you're writing the application for, just write for that. No irrelevant thing. You don't have to include any irrelevant thing. The thing you're pointing to, you just have to write to that. So that means to the point and precise. Then follows a set format. What does this means? This basically means there is a basic set format that is being used whenever we are being doing for this. So I just want to tell you this thing that follows a set format basically means when you are given a format, like here it has a format is basically a proper body. It's having proper side, it's having proper structure, so you have to follow that structure. It is important. You don't have to write on your own. It has a proper structure. You have to go through the proper structure. Okay, it is important to go through the proper structure that is going to give you more information. Though if you go to the proper structure, that's going to give you more information in detail. Okay, like you have to write a date, the information about the people who you are writing, the subject, that why and what you are trying to say to him or her, and then a proper body that is going to contain the situation, and then a proper ending with your name, roll number and section. All of that is going to come over here. Okay, so now parts of a formal letter. So what are the parts of a formal letter? Formal letter basically I tell you that is without just I'm telling you a format of that. Okay, let me tell you a format. Okay, first you have to write date. Date always come first. At first, whatever is the date, you have to write the date, month and year. That all comes there. In first line, very first you have to write a date, month and the year. Then you have to skip a line. Skipping a line is must. That shows respect. That shows that you are writing something. Okay, that shows you you are trying to do it as clear as it can be. You are just trying to say that I'm writing this thing very formatly. Okay, so that means you have to write a date and then you have to skip a line. Decision of the recipient with address, like you have to write who you're writing, where you're writing, which town or that campus where you're writing, and like basic address, like which, where, and these all things that tells that you're writing the address. And recipient is basically a person who you're writing to, so that's going to come at first, and then at 3 lines you have to write the information about it, recipient. Okay, like at the 3 lines you have to tell the information about the recipient, and at the then and At the first you have to write the recipient about the right person. Then you have to skip a line. Skipping a line is important. You're going to skip a line, and like I'm telling you, it's going to give you good impression, so that's why I'm saying you, otherwise it's your choice. Then we are having subject. So what is a subject? Basically a subject is basically the thing that involves, that is written in big letters. Very important thing is that is always written in big letters. We cannot write subject in small letters. That shows that subject is the main important part of the format, that is of the starting. Okay, we are not talking about middle, that is the body. I'm just talking about the starting, that is the format. So that is subject. Why? Because subject is very important. Why subject is very important? Subject is Why subject is very important? Subject is very important because subject contains the large, you have to write all the words capital. You have to use the capital letters. You just have to write all the words in capitalization. Then you have to write application for sick leave, application for whatever you're having the problem, so you have to write that. You have to mention that problem over there. Then you have to skip a line for good expression. Then the salutation. So what does the salutation mean? Salutation basically means you have to just name the person here, writing respected sir or respected madam. You have to just show, you just have to show your respect. Okay, in this way, in this part you just show your respect, that how much respectful you are of them. So in this in salutation, what does happens, that you have to show the respect to someone. So whenever you're showing some respect to someone, that means you're writing the salutation. Then of course, then you have to leave a line, and then you have to write the body. The main part of a letter of application is body. Why body is the main part of letter of application? So why salutation by body is the main part? Because it contains many information. So it has very informations about that. Like you have to tell briefly, tell about yourself. You have to introduce yourself, and you have to mention your issue or problem with reason. Respectfully ask for leave or whatever is the problem, etc. So that means the body contains three main parts. First, introduce yourself, then the issue with the reason, and then for whatever you want to make this sir or madam do that all, and witness. Okay, I hope so that it is clear to you. Okay, it's like you just have to brief yourself, you just have to tell about yourself briefly, then you have to mention your issue or problem with any reason, then you have to ask for a leave or whatever problem you're having, etc. Respectfully to the person you're writing to. Okay, so it's must that you do that respectfully. Of course, you just have to show some respect and just do that respectfully. Okay, I hope so it's being clear to you. Then you have to leave a line, of course. Then you have to write closing basically includes, you have to mention the leave span and how show gratitude means how much thankful you are to them if they do this thing for you. So you have to mention your leave span, like you're not talking about leave span but whatever you're talking about, and then you have to show the gratitude, how much thankful you are to them. Then that thing you have to show. Okay, then you have to leave a line again, and then you have to leave a line again, and you have to write your faithfully. That means in your faith, thank you so much for doing this thing or that thing. So in that you have to write your faithfully. Then you have to skip a line, that is important. Skipping line is important, I'm telling you again and again, because basically when you skip the line, that shows how much gratitude you all of them, how much thankful you are being of them, and it shows the setting, that is a format that is being shown in a very good or nice way, that is being presented to someone. Okay, then you have to leave a line, then you have to do your signature, your full name, and whatever. You have to write the section that you're having, like here 5 pocket, whatever is your function, whatever is your function that you have to write. So here everything is mentioned, like here date, let me tell you about this. Date is written date, month and year. Then skip a line, the principals, Republic School, 6 roads, let down, Medina Town campus, Rawalpindi or Islamabad, then skip a line, then subject, then skip a line, then respected Saromed, then skip a line, then the body, like you have to tell about yourself, then you have to mention your issue problem with the reason, respectfully ask for leave, etc. Then leave a line and mention the leave span and show gratitude, then leave a line, then you're faithfully, then leave a line, then signature, full lemon, section that can be 5 for cadet is mentioned over here. So I hope so it all is clear to you. It's nothing so much good in it, too much hard in it. So sample, here I'm giving you a sample, that means I'm giving a clue. So here they have written 12 July 2023, the principal, City Public School, 6 Slut Town, Medina Town campus, Blue D Islamabad. Like here they have given, here they have not skipped a line, but look, they have given some gap that shows that they have skipped the line. But here if you look, first they have written the date 12 July 2023, then they have skipped a line, then you have written the principal, that is the recipient, and here that is the address of that recipient, that is City Public School, 6 Road, Slat Town, Medina Town campus or PWD campus, Rawalpindi, Islamabad. Then these all others, then they have skipped a line, that then they have written subject in capital letter, that is application for sick leave, then they have leave a line, then it is written dear sir. Okay, then you have leave a line that they have written, it is stated that I, Zian Shafkat, a student of grade 5 red, am suffering from a severe chest infection and high grade fever. Then here first he has introduced himself. First of all, he has introduced himself, and then he has told the problem that he's having. Okay, my doctor had advised me to complete rest for at least 4 days, hence I will not able to attend the school. So he's requesting that I will not able to attend the school. Then he has left a line, and he has now granted them that kindly grant me a leave from 12 July 2023 to 15 July 2023. I shall be grateful to you. I shall be highly obedient, or I shall be grateful to you for the act of kindness. Then you have to leave a line, then you have to write yours faithfully, then leave a line, then write your signatures, and then here is written Shianch for B-87114 and 5 red. Okay. Do's and don'ts, like there are some do's and don'ts. With the do's you have to do, and don'ts that you have to don't do. So first you have to stick to the given format. This is very important, that whatever format is given to you, you have to demand it to format. You don't have to go anywhere else. The format that's given to you, stick to that format, do that format. Then you have to use formal style and language. I have told you that you have to use no contractions or slangs. Contractions and slangs are not allowed. You just have to use the formal style, a simple style that we use. You just have to use that. Be precise, simple, to the point. It should be simple, it should be to the point, and it should have the information. Start and wrap up respectfully, of course. If you're writing the headmistress, principal, wing and chart teacher, so of course you have to be respectful. Okay, so let me give you a writing task. So you have to write a letter of application to your headmistress requesting her to arrange a summer fun vista at school for 2 weeks, including activities like sports, arts and crafts, etc. So you have to follow the part and format of letter application well. So it's your turn to do this thing. I hope so. You're going to do this thing very nicely, and this is an activity that I have got for you. So I would love that if you all are going to do this, and this is very affirmative for you guys. So you can do this activity, and this can be good for you, and this can be a practice for you, like for application. So I would like to say thank you to all of you for listening to me. See you in the next lecture. Take self. Have a great day. Allah Hafiz.